Everybody, thanks for joining us here today. Get Lauren situated here real quick and fire away for questions for her. Let's take a look here. Pat, I'm going to start off anything for Lauren.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Lauren. How did it feel just to get back out there and on the floor?
It felt really good. It's been a long time coming. Haven't played in a long time, so it was good just to be back out there, get up and down the court again.
Can you give us an idea of what you're dealing with? Marianne suggested that it was some chronic knee pain. Does that stem back to the previous injury last year?
It is the opposite knee, so it was my right knee this time. I've had chronic knee pain since probably eighth grade. It's just been something I'm dealing with, and sometimes it gets aggravated really bad, and so just gotta rest it sometimes, do my rehab, get my legs stronger, that kind of thing.
Where do you feel you are? Is there still some growth as it relates to trying to get some of that pain away and getting you to 100%?
I'm feeling good right now. I don't know what percentage I'm at. I'm not really good at gauging that kind of stuff, but I'm feeling good, back to normal. Now I just have to focus on getting back in shape.
Yeah, would you say that the biggest obstacle for you now is just kind of getting in sync with your teammates and getting yourself up from a conditioning level?
Yeah, for sure. Just getting back in shape. That's going to take time. I know that is. And then just getting back into playing again. Like I said, it's been almost a year since I've played a game. So that's just going to take some time as well.
Great. That's all I have. Thank you.
Tully, anything for Lauren?
Hey, Lauren, how you going?
Good.
Good. Hey, great win the other day. Obviously, you guys are looking to build on that momentum. Tina Charles, whilst you guys won the game, she scored 31. Any real changes in the way tactically that you've made to kind of make her a little less significant in the scoring department tonight?
I think we just have to stay in front of her. I think in the second half, she kind of made some moves and got around us, got some easier looks at the basket. So we just have to stay in front of her, try to keep her out of the paint as much as possible. I mean, she's a great player, one of the best. So she's going to get her points, and we just have to do whatever we can to limit her looks, limit her shots.
And, just going back to yourself there, coming back and getting into game shape, it must help having so many bigs now, so that allows you to rotate you all so that you can also manage your minutes, I guess, as well, whilst you are coming back and finding your fitness. But you all bring something different, which is, hard for the opposition.
Yeah, I think it's good that we have all of our post players. We all bring something different to the table, like you said. We can look at different matchups. We may play with one teammate one night, one teammate the next. So it's just been fun getting to know each other, getting to play with each other.
All the best tonight.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything for Lauren? No? Okay. Thank you, Lauren. And we'll bring Lindsay Allen in here next.
Thank you.
All right, everybody got questions for Lindsay Allen next. Pat, we'll start.
Hi, Lindsay. This will already be the second time this year where you've played an opponent back-to-back games, and you'll have another one coming up with Las Vegas here shortly as well. What's the dynamic like when you are prepping for a team that you've just played and you are playing them again?
It's definitely interesting. It's sort of like a playoff series in that aspect, where, you have the first game, you see what works, you see what doesn't work, and, you're going to make adjustments. The other team's going to make adjustments, and you just kind of have to figure it out on the fly sometimes. You never really know what they're going to adjust to. You just kind of have a sort of an idea of what's going to happen. But yeah.
What were you guys most pleased with? There was obviously a lot to like over the weekend, and what would you like to improve against Washington tonight?
I think for us, we were very pleased with how we followed our scouting, the scouting that the coaches gave us, and how we were icing on the wings, and how we were sinking in and helping each other out there, and then how we were just taking advantage of our size advantage against them, and our rebounding and scoring in the paint as well. And I think for us, it's just kind of paying more attention to Tina Charles tonight. She had 30 or so, somewhere around there, and we know she's capable of putting up high numbers and all that stuff, but we just kind of want to make her shots a bit tougher and make things just less easy for her.
Whether you were on the floor or on the bench, that was a really impressive stretch in the third quarter as Washington came back to take the lead, and then you guys responded with a 25-7 run. Can you just speak to the resiliency that you saw in that moment as one of the team's leaders?
Yeah, I think that was kind of just important for us as a team and important for where we want to be and where we want to go this season. Just not getting down, and, teams are going to make their punches. We're going to make our punches. You just kind of have to fight through adversity and make it through their runs. We know they're a very talented team, especially offensively. So, they can score the ball in bunches, and we just kind of have to withstand their runs, make sure we're sticking to our principles on defense. And then after that, just continuing to play through stuff and trust in our system.
Great. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tully, anything for Lindsay?
Hey, Lindsay, congrats on the win the other day. It must have felt good from the guards' perspective to finally see some of those shots dropping. You've had good looks in the previous games. They haven't been dropping, and obviously it just all came together, and must have felt good.
Yeah, it was really good just to see shots falling, and, seeing people who shoot the ball really well, make shots and get going and get that confidence up, and just good to get that first win, honestly.
And then carrying on from that, how was the feel like Victoria Vivian's? It's been a tough couple of seasons coming back from injury. We know what she's capable of, and to come out in that fourth quarter and just hit those important shots when you needed it. How was that feel in the locker room, for her? Even just, was it relief for her finally?
Yeah, I think it was just such a sigh, like a huge just sigh of relief in general. And I think everyone on this team trusts her, and they trust that she'll be in the right spot. She'll do what she has to do defensively, and that she can really shoot the basketball. It just hasn't been dropping in the previous games. And so to see her make those shots, we really needed someone to make some shots from the outside, was just important. And it just gave everyone else that confidence to just kind of get going and close out the win.
And lastly, just, is it a huge point of emphasis for the guards to really play a lot of downhill basketball and just see what you can get out of that? Because that seems to, when you guys are playing downhill, you're attacking, you're passing, you're moving the ball, not setting up a set offense. You seem to generate a lot from that.
Yeah, we worked a lot on in training camp, just kind of making sure we're pushing, and we want to score in early offense as much as possible before the defense is set. And so we've been working on a lot of drags and double drags in the past couple of weeks, especially when we have Kelsey bringing the ball up, and she's so shifty, she's so quick. Just kind of letting her play and letting the post kind of set some rescreens and just kind of playing off of each other as much as possible.
Excellent. Good luck tonight, Maddie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tully. LB, you have one for LA?
Yeah, actually gonna go back to your college days a little bit here. Coach Muffet is expected to be in the house tonight, so take me back to playing for her. And then also, I mean, you've probably had a few opportunities now since you've been in the league for a while, but even playing in front of her now, what's that experience like?
Yeah, I don't know which one is more nerve-wracking, honestly, playing for her or playing in front of her now. But I think it's even better now because she's just been so supportive in my professional career, and she is to all of her past players and all that stuff. So whenever I see her in the crowd, it's always a good feeling. And whenever I'm able to hang out with her and grab some food with her as well, we just catch up on everything. And I know she'll always be there for me to support me and just give me advice and all that stuff. And I'm glad that she has more time to just be able to do what she wants to do and just kind of figure out what she loves and just take a break from coaching for the past, almost 40 years probably. And so, yeah, I'm very excited to see her tonight.
And to follow up on that, it does normally her seeing you now. I mean, I imagine obviously when you played, it was full of advice, coaching methods, everything. But does it still kind of feel that way after a game? Are you getting some coaches' notes, or is it more so just like you said, just letting the game be what it is, and more so outside of basketball?
Yeah, I think it's more so outside of basketball. I think with Coach McGraw, she's much more hands off. And so, like, if I have questions or if I want advice or anything like that, I know I can reach out and ask her and she'll answer. But she's not the type to just sort of give me advice in that aspect and just kind of offer her opinion. I think she just wants to be more so supportive and just kind of there if I need her, which I really appreciate. Um, but yeah, it's been great just kind of picking her brain and, you know, asking what she sees out there on the court, especially as a brilliant basketball mind as she is.
Wonderful. Thanks, Lindsay.
All right. Thanks, LB. Pat, you have one more?
Yeah, final thought from me. Turnovers have been something this team's been trying to improve upon in previous seasons. You've got 9 assists, just 1 turnover in the early portion of the year. That's actually the league's best mark. What's been the key for you coming into a new team to continue to be a distributor, but to take care of the ball as well?
I think for me, it's just not trying to force things and, not trying to get too sped up because that's what leads to turnovers as well, I think. And so, yeah, just taking care of the basketball, making sure I'm sure of my passes. And I'm just, not trying to turn the ball over too much and making sure in that second group we're either keeping the lead or we're extending the lead in that aspect.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything for Lindsay? No? Okay. Thank you, LA, and we'll talk to everybody
Cool.
pregame.
Thank you.